So, I'm Joan Breitbart, and you've seen me before, but now I'm here with Ashley Benson, and she's come to New York to work with us, but she's from Tennessee.
Yes.
And we met a few years ago. We had a workshop in New York, and it was one of the early Tye4 ones. And you came, and you just latched onto it, right? Just
Loved it.
Immediately loved it. And now, and of course, before you became a Pilates teacher, you were certified to do aerobics and a personal trainer, and you had a big background, and you also were an athlete, right?
Yes.
So it's everything. So you brought to it a lot of background. And now, the result of all of this and your fame there, you've been asked to work at a university, right? What's the university?
It's Middle Tennessee State University.
Ah, so that's a big state university,
Yes.
right? And they have, I'm sure, dance program, right?
Dance.
And a lot of athletics.
Sports is big time.
Yeah. So what I think you explained to me, and of course I'm aware of this because of budget and money's tight, is that they want to expand their Pilates program, right? And they've put into order reformers and Cadillac and chair and barrels, but each year they get turned down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the money is tight.
It's
right?
tight.
And so they're frustrated, but now they're thinking, well, Tye4 will give us some expansion, give us more bandwidth, right?
More opportunity, yes.
More opportunity to get the program broader, right? And I guess they're particularly interested for the athletes, right?
Yes, we are looking to partner with coaches to help fill the gap where they're having to struggle with the flexibility and the mobility and the balance that is very necessary and needed to reduce injury and even improve the skill.
And you've worked with, tell me, a number of athletes now. Who are they?
Well, our first athlete, he was 13, his name's Austin, and his parents contacted me because he was starting to walk like an old man. His knees were killing him, his back was...
13?
He would come home from practice and get in the recliner and ice both knees and sit there until the next practice.
Oh, no.
And his parents were about to pull him from the sport because he'd gone
sure
through
he loved
therapy. Well, he was like, I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
But you've got the parents that see beyond this part of his life. And so I started working with him, and basically I just started doing the warm-up before his summer practice in Tye4.
Right.
And so we did that Monday through Friday, and on Friday his dad came in and his eyes were this big and he said, "What are you doing?" Austin's knees were significantly reduced in the pain. His lower back was not hurting at all, like that was gone, still gone. And he had gone from throwing 30 yards with an NFL ball, which is very good for a 13-year-old, to 50 yards more accurately.
Wow!
So we were very
happy,
excited.
Right? Everybody was happy with that
Yes,
one.
very excited, especially Austin the athlete. He walked into his physical therapy appointment the next week and said, "I'm done, I don't need this." And of course, he continued, but he was very excited.
And okay, and next, what was the next athlete?
Okay, so we have a shot putter, and she's 18. We started with her in March. When we started, she was throwing 34, and by the beginning of June, she was throwing 42.
Wow.
And she is so excited about how strong she feels in her core and the awareness in her stabilizing muscles through the movement. It's really helped her to connect the movement of throwing and just feels so much stronger.
Great. And who else?
We have a volleyball player from Belmont, and she is a sophomore this year. We started with her in the summer, and her whole volleyball career she had shoulder pain, which is common. So that is almost completely eliminated. And she is very excited about the Tye4. The emphasis on the stabilizers. These athletes don't understand the value and how much stronger you actually are when your stabilizer muscles are firing and working. And then also her flexibility is greatly improved.
Oh, great. And now I know there's a new one that you told me about.
We have a new athlete, and we just love her. We just started with her, but she is a golfer. She is 35th in the world.
Wow.
She's 15 and has a scholarship already to Mississippi State. So we're excited, and she's already swinging better.
Yeah. So for me, and I don't know these sports very well, but I've always thought that Tye4 is a natural with golf. That I understand
Absolutely.
immediately. And of course I'm happy about all these others. I think it's that these are kids that are very motivated. They love it,
Yes.
right? And they have a natural ability. They push themselves. The coaches are, of course, having to push them too. But they really lack this awareness that we know from Pilates is critical, right?
Oh, for sure.
And they have a sense of the front, but
The back, they don't know how to activate or feel the back body, and that is where the strength and the power comes from. And so working in the Tye4, you can immediately feel the back of the body. You can feel your lats contracting. You can feel your triceps even.
yeah.
And even especially activating in the glutes, the gluteus medius, which is a key area for athletes.
Yeah. So that's interesting because they probably don't even know the word proprioception,
No.
right? It's a word that no one really uses except in the dance world.
Mm-hmm.
But even dancers, Marika has told me, are frequently lacking in this too.
Oh.
And they've kind of memorized things, and they're so eager, again, they're eager to push things that their extension or their turnout without recognizing this chain, right? But you're talking about how complex all is. Even every one of these movements is so complex.
Absolutely. Football throwing and the golf swing, it's one continuous movement, so you can't necessarily break it down into little pieces. You need to learn it, and so the Tye4 is just really helping with that awareness.
And that's gonna get them to the next level.
Absolutely.
Right, and that's where they want to go. So, well, this is good news, and I'm glad the South is on board with
Yes,
this.
we are. Thank you.
Thank you.